From Drew Dober hinting at some big things coming people's ways, to Paddy Pimblett shooting down rumors of a fight at UFC 288, here's everything you should know about Dober versus Pimblett. Before diving in, let me briefly talk about the two fighters in question. Drew Dober, the 34-year-old American MMA fighter, has established himself as a force to be reckoned with in the lightweight division. He's got a pro MMA record of 26-11-0, and his most recent fight at UFC Fight Night on December 17, 2022, against Bobby Green was nothing short of spectacular. The two fighters went toe-to-toe, delivering blow after blow in an intense battle of skill and strategy. Ultimately, it was Dober who emerged victorious, delivering a devastating knockout in round 2. The fight was awarded Fight of the Night in the lightweight division, so that's one heck of an achievement for Dober. With a 74% finish rate, Dober has ended 19 of his 26 wins by knockout, submission, or decision. What's more, his striking ability is particularly noteworthy, with 10 of his wins coming by knockout. But here's something to remember: Dober isn't a one-dimensional fighter, as it is clearly shown by his 9 submission wins and 7 decision wins. It means he's a pretty well-rounded fighter. On top of that, Dober's currently riding a 3-fight win streak, proving that he is in the best form of his career. After all, he's defeated some of the toughest opponents in the lightweight division, including Nasrat Haqparast, Alexander Hernandez, and Bobby Green. With each victory, Dober's confidence and reputation continue to grow, making him a fighter to watch in the UFC. Here's one thing though, he's not the only fighter to keep an eye out for. Paddy Pimblett has quickly made a name for himself in the lightweight division, with a pro MMA record of 23-0. Pimblett's proven himself to be a skilled and formidable opponent in the octagon. In his most recent fight at UFC 282 on December 10, 2022, Pimblett faced off against Jared Gordon. The two fighters engaged in a back-and-forth battle of skill and strategy, with Pimblett ultimately emerging victorious by decision in round 3. The win showcased Pimblett's toughness and resilience, as he weathered Gordon's attacks and landed decisive strikes of his own. Pimblett's record's equally impressive, with a 75% finish rate across his 20 wins. He has demonstrated his ability to finish fights in a variety of ways, with 5 wins by knockout, 10 wins by submission, and 5 wins by decision. Do you know what's particularly noteworthy though? Pimblett's submission game. He secured 10 wins via submission, showcasing his ability to end fights on the ground, and he's currently riding a 6-fight win streak. So it's safe to say, Pimblett's career is on an upward trajectory. He's faced and defeated tough opponents, including Luigi Vendramini and Jared Gordon, cementing his status as a contender in the lightweight division. While he managed to scrape through with a controversial unanimous decision victory over Jared Gordon, his performance was widely criticized, and fans didn't hesitate to speak up about it. As if that wasn't enough, reports are now swirling that Pimblett's in for an even tougher challenge in his next fight at UFC 288. It's been reported that Paddy's set to face off against Drew Dober in May, which, if it happens, is sure to be a fierce battle between two of the lightweight division's top contenders. While some media outlets have confirmed the bout, others suggest that the UFC is still waiting for Pimblett to agree to the fight. The uncertainty surrounding the fight has only added to the drama, with fans eagerly awaiting an official announcement from the UFC. Will Pimblett rise to the challenge or prove his critics wrong? Or will Dober come out on top and further cement his status as a force to be reckoned with in the octagon? Only time will tell, but one thing's certain: this is a fight that MMA fans won't want to miss. On top of that, Drew Dober's wish of fighting Paddy might even come true. Dober previously accused the UFC of protecting the up-and-coming Pimblett, claiming that he'll never be given the opportunity to fight him. But it seems like things have changed, and the two fighters could soon be pitted against each other in a battle for the ages. If the fight does happen, Drew's likely to be the favorite. He's one of the toughest and most hard-hitting fighters in the division, having won his last 3 fights by total knockout. On the other hand, Pimblett will need to bring his A game if he hopes to come out on top against Dober. He'll have to be at his very best to stand a chance against Dober's knockout power and overall skill set, but But even though the odds are stacked against him, fans of the baddie shouldn't lose hope. After all, he's known for his resilience and never say die attitude. He's faced and overcome tough opponents in the past, showcasing his fighting spirit and determination. After all, a potential matchup between Pimblett and Dober is sure to be an exciting and explosive fight, with both fighters bringing their best to the octagon. Fans of the lightweight division will undoubtedly be eagerly anticipating an official announcement from the UFC, and the buzz around this potential fight only continues to grow. It's got everyone speculating how things could turn out in the ring. It's no secret that the American's a tough opponent to beat, and his recent run of victories is proof of his dominance. Plus, with Paddy's defense being called into question by experts like Michael Bisping and Teddy Atlas, it seems like Dober could be the one to deliver a knockout blow against the Englishman. Many experts have highlighted Pimblett's carefree attitude towards striking and warned him about improving his boxing fundamentals. If Paddy fails to tighten up his defense, he could be in for a quick night in the octagon against Dober. With his heavy hands and aggressive style, Dober could do the Englishman some real damage, and any mistakes made by Pimblett could prove costly. The question is, will Paddy improve his striking and defense to stand a chance against Dober's power? But hey, it's still up in the air if this fight's even going to happen. I mean, Pimblett's recently revealed that he's yet to undergo surgery. Yep, it's that same ankle injury he sustained in his last UFC fight. Despite the delay in getting the operation, Paddy's set to have surgery upon returning to England. The surgery will be a keyhole procedure to remove a floating piece of cartilage and reconstruct a ligament. Following the surgery, Paddy will be in a boot for 4 weeks. Despite the setback, Paddy's looking towards the future and hopes to return to fighting by the end of the year. It seems like the wear and tear on his ankle was already present before the Jared Gordon fight, and it was aggravated during the bout. Still though, Paddy remains optimistic and is taking steps toward recovery. In fact, he's in no rush to get back to the octagon. With his health being his top priority, Pimblett's not committing to any particular name for his next fight just yet, stating that it's too soon to have any serious discussions. Despite rumors swirling on social media about a potential bout with Drew Dober at UFC 288, Pimblett remained non-committal. "It's too far away to say," he said. "I don't know who I'm going to fight. One thing's for sure, Pimblett won't be ready to spar until after his scheduled surgery, which makes the postponed 6th of May fight against Dober seem unlikely. But with the lightweight division in full swing, there will be plenty of time for Pimblett to assess his options and see what the UFC has to offer him. And that's all you need to know about Dober versus Pimblett's possible matchup."
He's got the angle, he's got the extension! Oh, there's a submission! Paddy the